Okay, it's been a while since the last update, but we're back. The build is very much alive and well. I have been working on a lot of side projects, including many of these woodworking projects, including our little workbench here. This is for our electronic stuff, unrelated to the Z. However, it will help when it comes time to diagnosing electronics on the car. I built this storage cabinet. I built this workbench as well. This is for the woodworking. Picked up some woodworking tools as well for all that. But I know that's not all that interesting. We're focused on this guy. So as you can see, we now have the plenum on here. We had to make a little modification here using the TIG, some aluminum here. We had to cut, angle, and re-weld so that we could clear the support bar here, which is looking a little rough, but so that's real close. I'm hoping there isn't any interference there, otherwise we may have to modify it further. Eventually we'll replace these OEM runners with something a little prettier, perhaps even the whole setup. Maybe we'll sell that off at some point, but for now it's going to work out pretty well for us. I need to weld some aluminum bungs onto this guy for map sensors, vacuum signal for the blow-up valve, all that good stuff. And we got intercooler mounted. Ross actually modified the inlets and outlets. However, I'm going to want to clean up the radiator support hole and make it a little more conforming to the shape of the intercooler inlets and outlets. However, this is a pretty thick core. We do have a full exhaust in the car now. However, if you look under, it is a little lower than I'd like. I need to build the intercooler pipes from the throttle body to the intercooler, and I have yet to be able to do aluminum until I get a TIG welder. So I actually went out and I did buy a TIG welder, and it will be here on Thursday. So the next order of business will be finishing the fabrication by taking care of those two pipes, and then we'll do some fabrication in regards to the bungs for the intake manifold. We need probably be on the bottom side for all the vacuum signal sources, and any other small welding, either aluminum or 304 stainless or mild steel. Those will take priority as far as the next steps for the car. But that's about it as far as the current status of the car. I just wanted to update you guys and let you know where we're at with that. I've also been doing a lot of work on our little taillight, LED taillight setup for the other car. We have a bunch of taillight orders going out, so we've been putting the scope on the car and make sure all the signals are good and we're not damaging the electronics on the LED boards. So keep an eye out for the LED panels for the Z car soon as well. I do plan on making huge leaps and bounds starting this week with the TIG welder and whatnot. Once we get these intercooler pipes welded up, we'll be pulling the motor out and we'll run the brake lines. I ended up going with this copper nickel tubing. Easy to bend and very corrosion resistant. I also need to pick up a flange for this guy, assuming I'm going to use this. This may be too small for what I'm doing. This is a Gretty blow-off valve I've had for forever, and we'll see if we can make that work. And a bunch of other components. We got the front tri-bar, the flywheel, which that may not be used depending on which clutch I go with, and just odds and ends, this and that. One other thing I wanted to show you guys is the EFI system we'll be using. I think I've mentioned this in some previous videos. This is the MS3 Pro Evo. This thing is badass. We're going to be doing a whole install series on how to put this in the car, why we chose it, what components, what sensors, inputs, outputs, how to set them up, how to make them work on the 2J-Z, and all the ins and outs of how to get that thing rolling on the Z. I also do plan to put some documentation up on my blog website. I'll link that below. We'll get that set up so that you guys can reference that when it comes time to build your stuff. Along with the MS3 Pro, we will be running DIY auto tunes, IGN-1A coils on top of the valve cover. These things are badass. Look forward to getting these on the car. So again, the car has been not getting so much attention lately just because of other projects that have taken priority, and there are some I'm still working on, but this has moved up the list, and I'm making sure to I'm pushing forward and making forward progress on this guy, because this is important that I bring you guys updates and I continue progress on this. So I apologize for the little delay on updates and the long time in between, but you know, life gets in the way. Things happen, I suppose. So anyway, thanks for watching.